Choosing the right discount stock brokerage can be a difficult task if you aren't fully aware of what functionality each platform has to offer, and one of the main goals on my channel is to help all investors be fully informed about their investment decisions, starting with what platform is correct for them. Hey, what's going on, savers and investors? As always, I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. My name's Griffin, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a review and walkthrough of the Canadian stock brokerage platform Questrade, which I'm sure most of you have already heard about because it's been ranked #1 online stock brokerage on many financial websites. The reason why we're doing today's video is actually because I had quite a few people reach out to me directly questioning why some other online stock brokerages were currently not accepting new clients, and most likely this is just due to the fact that there's extremely high trading volume right now amidst this whole financial climate. But what better time than make a full review and walkthrough of Questrade, which has some great functionality as we're about to see, and also has extremely low fees compared to other platforms such as TD Web Broker. I also want to mention that for the likes of today's video, I made a brand new Questrade account so that you as a viewer and potential investor can see what it's like to open up a Questrade account from scratch, starting from nothing, so that you aren't necessarily confused with an account that's already up and running. This is really going to be a fresh slate view of Questrade's internals. So for today's video, we're going to start off by going over the features and fees of Questrade, and then from there we're going to be diving into the platform itself so that I can give you a proper walkthrough of what to expect inside the platform once you have your very own account. And I want to mention that this is a relatively long video because we do have so much information to cover, but if at any point throughout this video you're enjoying the content and it's providing value, then make sure to smash the like button. It really helps the channel grow, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you're interested in learning more about stock market investing and other personal finance topics. First off, Questrade is a discount online stock brokerage located in Canada, and for this reason, you can open all the accounts that you would expect, such as registered accounts like TFSAs, RRSPs, and RESPs, and you can also open a margin account and trade on margin or just cash. You don't have to take advantage of the margin functionalities. Now, if you're American, you can also take advantage of utilizing Questrade, but keep in mind that you're only going to be able to open up a margin account and no American registered accounts, such as, for example, an IRA or a Roth IRA, because once again, this is a Canadian platform targeted mostly towards Canadian investors, but nonetheless, it can still be a good platform whether or not you are actually American and not Canadian. When looking at choosing a new online stock brokerage, or whether or not you're new to investing and you're opening up your first account, most investors are typically going to be interested in the fees associated with the actual online stock brokerage, associated with trading fees and maintenance fees. So let's take a look at what types of fees you can expect with Questrade. When clicking the link down in the description, you're brought to Questrade's website, where you can navigate to the pricing tab in the main menu, and immediately you're presented with their base commissions and fee structure relating to self-directed accounts, which for most people watching this video is what we're going to be after. Stock trades work on a per share fee of 1 cent per share at a minimum of $4.95 and go up to a maximum of $9.95. So you're essentially always going to be paying a commission anywhere between that $4.95 and $9.95, which is decent pricing for online stock brokerages that offer the level of tools that Questrade does, as we're going to be diving into shortly. The next asset class, which we speak about quite a bit on the channel, are ETFs, which you can actually buy for free, so there's no commissions when purchasing ETFs with Questrade. But be aware that when you go to sell your ETFs, you are going to incur a 1 cent per share fee, once again between $4.95 and $9.95, which isn't a bad deal in my opinion, considering that other comparable brokerages charge up to $9.99 flat fees on all trades, regardless of if they're buy or sell orders for stocks or ETFs. If you're into options trading, you can also do this with Questrade, and these come with a flat fee of $9.95 plus $1 per each purchased contract. So these really are the three base prices you're going to incur for the majority of your investing or trading activities with Questrade, and there are some more fees as seen here, such as bonds, IPOs, and more. But for the majority of viewers, you probably won't be dabbling in these just yet, so I won't dive into detail, but feel free to once again click the link down in the description to get more insight. With the basic investors plan, you're also going to gain access to the novice traders market data package, where you can see all real-time level 1 market data coming through for accurate pricing in securities, both in the basic Questrade platform and then also their IQ Edge platform, which we're going to be looking at shortly. Other quick fees to mention with Questrade include a $25 per quarter inactivity fee if you fail to either place a trade during the quarter or your account equity falls below $1,000 in value, but you can easily avoid these fees by maintaining at least $1,000 in account equity at all times, or by simply placing 1 trade per quarter. So this is really nothing to worry about in my opinion. Now, if you're someone who's looking to go above and beyond investing for the long term and you're looking to trade on a more active basis, then you're going to want to look into what Questrade calls their active trader plans, where essentially you're going to be getting each trade at a lower price, and you're also going to get more insight such as level 2 data directly fed into your online platform. If you decide that you're going to go with an active trader plan, you're going to have to choose between 2 separate plans, with the main one being a fixed fee model of $4.95 per stock trade regardless of the amount of shares, where with the regular account you could potentially pay up to that $9.95 per stock trade depending on the amount of shares. Your options contracts are also going to be cut in half at $4.95 plus 0.75 cents per contract, and the ETF pricing model is also upgraded at only $4.95 per ETF sell order. Now, one thing you do need to consider, however, is that in order to unlock the active trader pricing, you're also going to need to choose a live streaming package with Canadian and US market data, which essentially allows day traders to get the absolute most up-to-date pricing on trades down to the second, which for investors like me looking at long-term plays isn't necessary, but I did want to cover this in case you are interested as a viewer or as a user to get some more up-to-date level 2 data if you're looking to do day trading. So the market data plans are $89.95 per month for either the US or Canada info at level 2, and each one comes with level 1 data for the other country, with rebates applicable here based on how much you're trading. And even though this may be a lot for some people, it's actually quite cheap compared to other bank brokerages, which easily charge north of $100 for level 2 data on all this information. So although most individuals watching this most likely won't be utilizing this info, I still wanted to mention it. One of the largest issues I've had with other stock brokerages such as TD Web Broker and even Wealthsimple Trade for that matter happens to be conversion fees associated with wanting to purchase US securities when you have Canadian dollars in your account and vice versa. And I know that this is a question that's on many investors' minds because I get asked the question all the time. At this point, you're likely aware of the fact that most online stock brokerages are going to charge a conversion fee on currency conversion from anywhere between 1.5 to even 3% as a fee on top of the baseline conversion rate, which over time this can really add up over the years if every month you're putting in multiple trades that incur this conversion fee. What's nice about Questrade in this respect is that the platform actually allows you to somewhat borrow the equivalent funds in the other currency without having to either incur a huge conversion rate fee or actually have to even convert your funds into that other currency at all. So with that said, for many Canadian investors looking to purchase American securities within their account, this is a huge advantage that Questrade offers over some other platforms. Now that we've gone over the different fees associated with Questrade, let's take a look at the different account types that you can open, and from there we'll dive into the walkthrough of the platform. If you start off by clicking the link down in the description, this will bring you over to Questrade's website where you can go to open account, and if you aren't a client yet, you can choose which account type you would like to open. As you can see, they offer margin accounts, which is basically a standard cash account that also allows you to trade on leverage, which I would not necessarily suggest if you're new to investing. And then you can also have a variety of registered accounts such as the highly popular TFSA, the RSP, and even our ESPs, which are typically going to be used for your children's education fund. And you can also open a Forex account if you're interested in that. So from here, you'll choose which account you want to open, and don't worry because you can open as many accounts as you want at a future date, and then you're going to go through through a sort of setup wizard where you're going to input all your personal information in order for Questrade to create an account for you. And after that is all said and done, you're going to have to fund your account with a minimum of $1,000. This is the minimum amount that Questrade requires for you to fund your account and start trading with. But also remember that this is the amount that Questrade requires in order to waive that $25 quarterly maintenance fee. So it's in your best interest to have above $1,000 in market value at all times anyways. All right, so once you first log into your account, this is what you're going to be presented with. It is called the summary page, where essentially you're going to get a summary of all your different accounts. So right here, we see that I have an individual margin account, which is not yet funded fully with the $1,000 minimum requirement. So once I do submit $1,000 and deposit that into the account, it would appear over here where this essentially is your accounts that are currently active and funded. So I have currently a TFSA which is open and it has $1,000 in cash, market value of 0 because this applies to the market value of your position, so stocks, ETFs, etc. And total equity 1,000 is going to be the total of your cash and your market value. Up here to the left, we have a summary of your unrealized gains for all your accounts in Canadian and USD. Now, because this is a new account, as I mentioned earlier, we don't actually have a market value because I did not go ahead and purchase any securities. And for this reason, we don't have any realized gains or unrealized gains, that is. So we have 0 here, but this will change once you go ahead and purchase securities in your account. To the right, we have quick links where you can fund your account. You can either go ahead and fund your account on a one-time basis, or you can set up recurring deposits. You can exchange funds from Canadian to USD and vice versa, withdraw funds, and a bunch of other interesting stuff. Now, I do want to mention that I'm not going to go through every single feature that's inside Questrade because this video would be like an hour long, but I'm going to go through the most relevant information for most of my viewers. So once you have your account here, you can actually go ahead and click on each one of your accounts, which will give you a summary of this specific account, whereas the other page, which is a summary page, was a summary of all your accounts all in one. Now right here, because I have not gone ahead and purchased any securities, we still have only $1,000 in cash, and this allocation pie chart only shows, once again, $1,000 in cash. But once you go ahead and purchase different securities, stocks, and ETFs, this is going to be divided up into the different positions. Now, I actually did go ahead and purchase one share of VFV earlier, just so I can show you what this looks like. But this information is as of the 30th of March, which happens to be yesterday, as opposed to when I'm filming this video. And then your investments, the individual positions, are also going to go and show up here. So once we're ready to go ahead and trade, you can click up here to the trade button, or you could also go here to the accounts and go to trading right here, which is going to bring you to this platform right here, which is your trading dashboard, or at least the basic platform where you're going to be trading within Questrade. So this here is, once again, a sort of summary of your accounts. So this account right here, we're doing the TFSA, and you can toggle between different accounts, but we can see the total equity, the total cash, and market value. So like I said, I purchased one share of VFV earlier just so that this here would be different and you can actually see what this looks like. You can also toggle between different positions here. So one share, I purchased it at 65.11 earlier, and right now it has a market value of 65.08. So the profit or loss was -3 cents for today. We can also go and look at a history of your orders, open orders, all orders executed today, and also different periods of time, your executions and activity. So if we come back to the balances, we're gonna go and bring our attention to the right over here, which is the panel where you're gonna be executing your orders. So we can choose either stocks or options. If you're interested in purchasing options, you can do so by toggling this right here. But for the likes of this video, we're gonna be doing a stock trade. So if we go ahead and put in a ticker symbol, let's do a different one. Let's do XUS, which is also an S&P 500 ETF offered by BlackRock with iShares. You click on that and it's going to give you the ticker down here, a summary of the last price, the bid and ask, and then also the ability to go ahead and execute an order. So let's say we want to go ahead and purchase one share of this ETF. You're going to put in the amount that you want right here, and then from there we can go and choose the order type. So there's a bunch of different orders you can choose from. Most likely you're going to want to choose a limit order, which is a specific price you want to purchase this share at. So you put that value in here, and then once the share reaches that price, your order is fulfilled. The other most notable one is going to be the market value, which is definitely the easiest and quickest way of executing an order, where once you execute the order, the platform's automatically going to match your order with either a buy or sell order for a quick and easy access to that trade. You can also choose whether or not you want the duration to be a day or a different amount. We're just going to do the day for here, and then you select the account you want to trade with, and you can either do buy or sell. Now, obviously in this case, I don't have any shares of this in my account, so I can't sell, but we could buy here. And this is going to bring up the order confirmation tab, where essentially you can see a breakdown of this order. So the account in which it's going to be fulfilled, the trade value, so 1 share at this price, commission is 0 for ETFs, and then change in buying power, I'm going to have negative $45 to my buying power, and my new buying power, which is essentially just the cash you have in your account, is $889. We could send it, but for this here, we're not going to do that, so I'll click on X. So this pretty much wraps up the main functionalities of this dashboard. We can also, to the left here, create your own watch list. You can add whichever symbols you want. We can go through stocks, options, and research functionality as well, but we're actually going to be looking at the research functionality in the market data area in a couple seconds. I do want to also bring your attention up here where you can trade Forex, mutual funds, precious metal, fixed income, and IPOs. Once again though, I'm not going to dive into these for this video because it would be far too long. Now that we've gone over the main functionality of Questrade, let's go back up to the trading menu here where we have a drop down with a couple of different areas that we can explore within Questrade. So if you want to have a more up-to-date data and really go ahead and analyze some charts with technical indicators, we can click on other platforms, and this brings you to the IQ Edge platform, which is ideal for day trading and other forms of short-term trading. And this actually lives on your desktop, so you download it for Mac or Windows, and it is completely free and has level 1 data fed directly into this platform for quicker trading. Once again though, I'm not going to go into this because it would be far too long. Let's go back up to the market research area, which is a really good platform within Questrade that's actually run by Morningstar, or at least it's powered by Morningstar. That is the data coming into here, where essentially this is market research information that is far more advanced than what you could find online on TMX Money, for example, which I do use quite a bit, but this is more in depth. So let's go on one position here, and this is actually 7 generations energy. Let's do one that is more common for most users. We'll do the Disney company here. So the Walt Disney Company, ticker symbol DIS. This is a 4-star rating from Morningstar. And the first page is the profile tab, where you're going to have an overall profile of the company, like market cap, net income, etc. Let's go over to the analysis tab here, which is a full analysis provided by Morningstar analysts going over different things such as business strategy and outlook, economic moat, basically just information relative to a technical analysis of this company. It's really in-depth information and great for doing research on the different positions that you want. We can also look at archived ones, so older analyses of the same company. Actually, we can see here Neil has been doing the analysis for Disney for the past couple of years. Next up, we have the financials tab, which is basically an overview of this company's financials, such as revenue, operating income, net income, etc. Balance sheet, where we can look at this company's balance sheet. And one thing I actually like about this is you can go here and go all the way back to 10 years, which is really nice for an analysis tool because we can see the growth of the company over time for different things such as the balance sheet, revenues, expenses, etc., etc. Now there are a variety of other tabs such as valuation, filings, key ratios, and a bunch of others. We're not going to go through every single one here, but I am going to bring your attention to the insiders tab, where we can see the total trading volume on a daily basis of insider trading. So this is people who are working inside the company, executives typically, that are either buying and selling shares of the company for which they're a board director or something like that. So this is something that a lot of people like to see, whether or not people within the company are feeling bullish or bearish about the company. You can see all of this within the Insiders tab, and it's actually pretty cool. You can see each person, their rank, their age, company, and what they're buying basically. All right, so that pretty well wraps up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of Questrade's platform. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more stock market related content. And if you want to learn more about stock market related topics, make sure to check out one of the 2 videos right here. So on that note, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.